about 3 car lengths back. Jimmy Johnson with the lead again as they race to the back straightaway.
And it's almost like he's gotten the go from Chad Canal saying you're good to go on fuel. Johnson begins to pull away. It's up to 4 car lengths now. That's the separation between Jimmy Johnson and Greg Biffle. The battle for the lead and the battle for the win.
Biffle trying to do everything he can to conserve fuel and go fast, and that's impossible to do, but he's hanging on there trying to stay up with Jimmy Johnson as they come back to the start-finish line. We have 2 laps to go. Does Biffle have enough to make another run?
4 miles to payday for somebody. Jimmy Johnson in the catbird seat right now, but he's got to keep a little bit of fuel for the end. Off turn 2, it's Johnson. 4 car lengths up on Greg Biffle.
Oh, Biffle almost loses it off turn number 2. The car breaks loose. He hangs on to it, but he was sideways coming off the corner. That'll cost him a car length. Matter of fact, it's going to cost him 2. Johnson's lead now 5 car lengths, this time through turns 3 and 4.
Heading down to the white flag lap this time around. They come out of turn number 4, and again, Greg Biffle has lost a little bit more to the leader as they hit the start-finish line and go back off into turn number 1. In fact, Jimmy Johnson's off the throttle. He may be out of fuel heading down to turn number 1.
Let's see if Jimmy Johnson can make it home. Here comes Greg Biffle. Biffle around the outside lane. Final lap at Michigan. It is Greg Biffle with the lead. Can he make it home? Mark Martin is closing off too. Biffle may be out of fuel. He's got it back running again, but Martin is closing fast.
Jimmy Johnson not a factor. Mark Martin is catching Greg Biffle. Biffle's out of gas. Here comes Martin to the bottom of the racetrack. Martin takes the lead in turn number 3. Final time through. Greg Biffle's fuel cell comes up dry, and now Mark Martin is off the pace in turn number 4.
Mark is slow, takes his car all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to limp back to the start-finish line and win. What an eventful final lap in the LifeLock 400. Mark Martin is going to win for the 3rd time this year. Jimmy Johnson runs out of gas. Greg Biffle takes over. He runs out of fuel. And Mark Martin is going to Gatorade Victory Lane. Let's go to his pit.
And it's a wild celebration down here. In fact, a lot of looks of disbelief. Alan Gustafson, the crew chief, is taking high fives from everybody. Rick Hendrick is there. It's quite a celebration down here, guys. This is something they didn't expect. They thought that they could make it, but they also thought that Johnson and Biffle would make it as well. So these guys are delirious. What a celebration going on right now.
Heck of a finish, and we'll cover it all for you when we come back to Michigan. Introducing